But if there are only 24 bales left on 119, then we can claim that one. We can deliver the bales from it, and that should run all the rest of our contracts to complete. And again, I tried to take that a little bit wider. Hush. Cars. And still, it's not an easy turn. Take more practice, and this isn't my farm, so I'm not too worried about practicing turning a long trailer into that driveway most of the time. Okay, what do we got to get? And I'm still holding off getting piggies. We do have a pig, enclosure on our yard. I think the problem is we'll make so much manure and slurry that I just won't be able to find a way to dispose of it all. Short of flushing it down a drain somewhere. Okay, that one? Nope, that one, yes. And here we go again. Yay, collecting. Now this load is probably sufficient to complete 48 and 106, and might make us some extra money. The grass yields I'm finding are crazy. I don't know if it's the map or if it's something else, but the contracts are not needing much, or comparatively. Grain contracts, we're only getting about 5-10% excess supply. But with bales, we're ending up probably about 60% of the bales are free money, which is kind of a big thing. Okay. How am I doing? We got 12. I don't know. I think there's more than 24 here. Oh, maybe. As I turn left here and see another 10. Oof. Yeah, we got more than 24 in this field still. Oh. We got 219. 2 more. Okay, we're in for 2. There's 3, 4. Ugh. 5. Great. Okay, so we got to come back for another 3. So still can't complete this contract. So there's 3 there, there's 3 on 22, I believe. And then all of them from 120 and 106. So I do like this tractor. Up until this series, I have generally avoided using John Deere tractors on the farm. So Oakfield Farm, we didn't have John Deere. I'm just, I'm generally getting cognizant of stuff I overuse. So, for example, I mean, obviously the Addison round bale trailer is something I overuse, but there's not an easy way around that, short of finding a mod that actually works. But for tractors and other equipment, I think I overuse the Fendt harvester, although that's always a mod. Except in Lawfolds, where the Fendt and the Massey Ferguson were still in game. For 19, they dropped the Fendt but kept the Massey Ferguson harvester, so when mods came out for the Fendt, that ended up as our starting harvester. Which again we've used. But all of our series have featured the Class Axion 900. So I'm kind of trying to avoid it. We actually had 2 on Lawfolds and 1 on Oakfield, but I'm not going to be using a 900 for this series if I can avoid it. I think the Massey 500 or the 5 series is another thing that I should probably look for something different. 95% of 46. Ah well. I guess those last 3 will complete that one. But as soon as I grab those 3, I can claim 119 as done. Get paid for it. Shouldn't do that with the arm lowered. Okay, so we'll grab those 3, we'll step across the way to 120 and start collecting them. I don't know how big all the fields are comparatively. Okay, yellow car. Black car, get out of the way. I need to make this turn, and we did it that time. Yes. Alrighty. Whee. Maybe if we end up with 150,000 at the end of this job, or these jobs, I may just trade in the Fendt. We'll buy the Class harvester, and that could be a good point to finish on. And then we'll go contracting in it next week. Yay! All the things, all the stuff. Oh, the goodness. Okay, so I said 3 bales here, and they're all awkwardly close to the gate, so yay for that. Well, not all of them, just... Oh, hi dear. Most of them, some of them, 2 of them, a few, a couple. Some. Okay, and that's 3. Yay, 3. Yeah, nothing in the corner. Need to raise the arm so we can get through the gate. And now I could claim that as completed because we are completely done and the bales are out of the field. So that's 119. Let's claim 119. 14,000. That's a nice income. Okay. Still have bales in other fields, so can't claim those yet. probably more than 21 here. So we'll grab what we can. We'll be able to claim 48 as done at the end of this. Oh. Any more bales hiding in the corner? I have discovered that a couple of times, at least now, because we're running around with a baler wrapper, we're not ending up with any bales unwrapped. And because we're using white wrapping, we can actually see how many bales, or where the bales are on the field. When I do hay contracts, it's very easy to lose a bale, and I think there are a couple of contracts we did for something earlier this game year where I'm driving around the field and in the shadows under the tree there is a hay bale, which, oh, okay, maybe we should collect that. Because it just rolled off to one side and then got missed when I was collecting. But it's one of the reasons, two of the reasons why I tend to go with silage contracts or silage bales, is because they're wrapped, they're easy to see, and they're worth a fair amount of money. We'll get that one in a bit. The problem with hay bales is they're almost valueless. You know, you deliver a ton of them and it really doesn't, you know, driving around for hours and the excess money is like $10,000 a cart. Yeah, 10,000. All these bales, 10,000. Whereas with silage, it's double that. Okay, that's 21. 3 more. I think what I want to do is I'll grab that one, grab that one, and I'll grab the one by the gate. And I'll probably have to drive into the field to get out. But yeah, it's just generally more income. I will, however, do some hay bale contracts, because when the bales are left over I can take them back to my yard and stick them in the feeding robot for cow food. So it's not bad doing doing hay contracts. It's just I don't think it's worth the time driving all over the place, especially not from the fields in the middle like where 48 was, and trying to before you get there. Show and tell. All these fields here are grass, all these fields here are grass, but sometimes it's just easier to take them back to the yard and feed to the cows than it is to drive across the map to the BGA to unload them. So I'll do the contracts, I'll get money for the last full trailer I tip there, and then I'll just take all the rest of the hay back to the yard to give us cow food. That's the cost-effective way of doing it, and I'm not using my hay to feed the cows with. I'm using my grass to make silage bales that I can sell at the best price over Christmas, because that's a good thing, and we always need money because we're still kind of in the start-up stage. Anyway, this should close out. This should count as all the contract fields delivered, and we should make a fair amount from this. We've already made 58,000 because we collected a yeah. Sorry, mind slipping. I forgot. I already claimed one contract, and that was my turn. Okay, so we will make more money now, and I'll be able to claim Field 48 is done. Now, sometimes I feel it's a little bit of a shame that I can't afford to buy the BGA. But all that does is create a lot of digestate for me to use. I've got more than enough slurry to use. I don't need 1.5 million yet. We're not going to buy that for a long time. Oh, and look, we just got paid. So 20,000. That was a good guess on my part. And we can claim 48 as, oops, done. Eeny, meeny, miny, 46 even. Okay, that one is done. Collect. And I need to take a quick break, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hold tight. Okay, I'm back. It's actually closer to lunchtime than I thought it was. Anyway, let's get moving. 87,000 made. Oh. So potentially this other field that we're going to now might not be a full cartload. Be nice if it is, because we can then claim that one. Full luck. Wreck the tow hitch. I think this Anderson trailer is gonna need a little bit of clean when we get back to the yard. Just as a thought. I just missed a message, I think. Oh, and the snow is coming down thick and fast now. I may need to do a quick check on that and see if it's has the potential to change our plans. Because I really don't want to drive halfway across Michigan in a snowstorm. Especially not if it's settling a lot. Anyway, let's get that lowered, and I will check the weather. Hourly weather. Oh, it reckons it's 20 degrees. And we have snow showers, light snow. Snow showers, wind and snow, snow and wind. It is going to snow until 5 p.m. It's going to be sunny tomorrow and quite warm. And we're probably not going to see an end of the snow tomorrow. It will settle. It will be snow. Okay, there we go. And this is saying snow accumulations less than an inch. High wind gusts possible. Yeah, I've seen high wind gusts. Next Saturday, there will be more snow. At least that's what they're saying now, and there will be more snow on Monday, the following week. Okay, not too bad. We can live with that for now. Let's grab bales off the ground. So less than an inch, but it's going to be, it's kind of horrible driving in it. It's, if it was night time, you could pretend to be flying the Millennium Falcon. Because that's what it's like, windy and snow, but could be ice on the bridges, of course, because it's about, I think they said 17 degrees plus high winds. That's going to freeze the bridges. Just 2 here. That's good. And we will claim 128 as done. Yay. Alrighty. Let's fold up the grab and get over to, is it 106? I don't know. That way, and then as I said, we can shut the gates once the job is complete. Because nobody has any animals here that are running around. Oh, watching Tom Pemberton this week. He released a video this week on a visit he did to another dairy farm. Gonna guess October, November time last year. And oh, what was it? I can't remember what I was going to say about it. Yeah, completely forget. Okay, we want to turn left then right. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, they ended up talking about their silage pits. When they open up the silage pits to feed the cows, they have a big problem with starlings. And the reason it came up is because the farmer he was visiting basically has his cows wandering around in the yard, so they have access to the silage straight in the clamp. What he does is he puts down an electric wire so the cows can't get too close to the silage clamp, and then what ends up is they end up loosening it as they reach in without getting shocked by the wire, the electric cable fence thing, and then they just stick their head under it, under the cable, and eat the silage off the ground. But he said the problem is because the silage clamp is open, you can end up with starlings just coming in and chowing down on all the silage, and that can be a problem because the cows are trying to eat the silage and they kind of don't like, they get agitated by the birds being there. And the whole thing on his farm was, you want to try and keep the cows content. Just feed them, and the dairy parlour is as quiet as possible so that they're not getting agitated by noise from the milking machines and all of that. And a peaceful, happy cow is a productive cow. But starlings are an issue. So he's actually got a bird alarm by the silage clamp so that the birds don't hang around because there's something scary in the area. At least that's what they think because of the silage alarm, or the bird alarm on the silage clamp. Tom says because Tom does grazing on his farm. So during the summer, his cows are all out on the fields grazing, while he's creating new batches of silage, and they're getting completely covered up. So he doesn't have an awful lot of problems with starlings because they don't hang around during the winter. And during the summer, his clamps are empty and or getting compacted and covered and fermenting, so they can't get at the silage that he has in the clamps. But for us here, with the silage bales, technically that's an issue because the birds are just going to peck at the wrap and then eat the silage, so you're constantly having to check your wrapped bales and tape over the holes that the critters are making.